Most men treat flirting like a performance. They throw out compliments, jokes, and exaggerated stories, hoping something lands. They're like fishermen casting their lines, waiting for a bite. But Sigma males, they don't cast lines. They make the fish come to them. A Sigma understands one simple truth. Mystery is the most powerful form of attraction. He doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't perform. He simply exists in a way that makes people want to figure him out. And that's why women can't ignore him. So what makes his approach so different? Let's dive in. 1. The reverse flirt. Why doing nothing makes women chase you? Flirting is usually about addition, adding more energy, more words, more effort to grab attention. But Sigmas flirt through subtraction. They do less. And in doing so, they force women to lean in, to chase, to fill in the blanks. Imagine this. A woman walks into a room. Every guy notices her, but only one man doesn't react, the Sigma. She laughs a little louder, shifts in his direction, throws out a glance. Still, he doesn't break. He doesn't lean in. He doesn't play the game she's used to. And that is the moment the game flips. Sigmas understand that attraction is a vacuum. The less attention you give, the more people crave it. When a man doesn't validate a woman right away, she starts wondering, why isn't he looking at me? Does he not find me attractive? Who is this guy? Women are used to being pursued, but a Sigma makes them question why they're suddenly the one doing the chasing. And that intrigue, that little bit of doubt, that's what makes her obsessed. 2. The unreadable expression. Why women love what they can't figure out. Most guys wear their emotions on their sleeves. They smile too much. They nod too eagerly. They react to everything a woman says. But Sigmas, their faces tell a different story, one of control, mystery, and depth. This isn't about being emotionless, it's about being unreadable. A Sigma male walks into a room and doesn't let the environment control him. While other men shift their posture, adjust their tone, and scan the room for validation, a Sigma remains still, unmoved. He speaks when he wants, he reacts when he chooses, and that is what makes him magnetic. Because here's the thing, women don't trust overly eager men. When a guy laughs too hard at her jokes, she senses he's trying too hard. When a guy leans in too quickly, she knows he's too eager to please. When a guy shows all his cards too soon, she loses interest. But when a Sigma simply exists, calm, composed, and a little unreadable, she starts leaning in. She starts trying to make him react. And before she knows it, she's the one putting in the effort, wondering why he feels so different from every other guy. It's simple psychology. The harder something is to figure out, the more valuable it seems. 3. The casual dismissal. Why Sigmas make women prove themselves. Most men put women on pedestals. They laugh too easily, compliment too quickly, and give away their power for free. But Sigmas? They do something completely different. They make women earn their attention. Picture this. A woman flirts with a Sigma, throwing out compliments and testing his reaction. A typical guy would immediately bite, "Wow, she's into me." But a Sigma, he plays it cool. He doesn't overreact. He might smirk. He might say, "Is that the best you got?" He might even change the subject entirely. This isn't arrogance, it's control. See, when a man acts like a woman's attention is the most important thing in the world, he's lost. But when he treats it like just another piece of the puzzle, she suddenly wants to prove she's worth his time. And here's the kicker. Most women aren't used to this. They're used to men jumping through hoops for them. But when a Sigma doesn't, when he subtly dismisses her efforts instead of bending over backward to impress her, she doubles down. She gets competitive. She tries harder. She wants him to be the one who finally reacts, who finally validates her. And the moment that happens, she's hooked. 4. The art of saying less. Why Sigmas let silence do the talking. Most guys think they need to fill every silence with words. They assume that if they're not constantly talking, telling jokes, or impressing a woman with their stories, she'll lose interest. But a Sigma, he knows better. A Sigma understands one of the most underrated laws of attraction. The less you say, the more power you hold. Think about it. Who is the most powerful man in any room? It's never the guy talking the loudest. It's never the one trying to prove himself. It's the man who speaks only when necessary, the man who chooses his words carefully, the man who is perfectly fine sitting in silence while others scramble to fill the void. This is where Sigma males shine. They don't talk just to talk. They don't blurt out thoughts for the sake of attention. Instead, they listen, they observe, and when they do speak, every word carries weight. And here's the crazy part. This drives women insane. Most men rush to fill silences because they're uncomfortable. A Sigma lets it stretch, lets her sit in that moment of anticipation, lets her wonder what he's thinking. And that mystery, that pause, it makes everything he says hit harder. Because in a world full of noise, silence is a power move. 5. The unshakable frame, why Sigmas never try to impress women. Ever noticed how the most confident men aren't the ones showing off? They're not the ones flexing, bragging, or trying to convince people they're important. No, the truly confident men are the ones who just are. And this is where Sigmas dominate. A Sigma doesn't walk into a room seeking attention. He doesn't adjust his personality to fit the crowd. He doesn't try to be funny, flashy, or loud just to stand out. Instead, he simply exists in his own reality. And that's the key. Reality is whatever you believe it to be. Most guys let the world shape them. They adjust their energy, they conform, they seek approval. A Sigma does the opposite. He holds his ground so firmly that the world starts adjusting to him. This is why women can't resist Sigmas. A woman might try to test him, throw a sarcastic remark, or challenge his confidence. But instead of reacting, instead of proving himself, a Sigma just smirks. Maybe he throws a playful remark back. Maybe he says nothing at all. But no matter what, his frame never breaks. And when a man doesn't react, when he holds his own reality no matter what, women instinctively feel his power. Because confidence isn't about proving anything. It's about knowing you don't need to. 6. The controlled chaos. Why Sigmas feel dangerous in the best way possible. Let's be real. Women love a man who feels a little bit dangerous. Not in a reckless, foolish way, but in a controlled chaos kind of way. A man who is unpredictable, who keeps her guessing, who makes her feel alive. And guess what? That's exactly what Sigma males embody. See, most guys fall into one of two categories. The nice guy, predictable, safe, always available. The bad boy, reckless, unstable, constantly chasing thrills. A Sigma? He's neither. He's both. He has the discipline of a monk, but the intensity of a storm. He's calm, but beneath that surface, you can feel the fire. And that balance, that controlled danger, it's intoxicating. A Sigma walks into a room and immediately there's an energy shift. People feel it. Women sense it. They can tell. This is a man who is in control of himself, but could turn the world upside down if he wanted to. And that thrill, that feeling that something could happen at any moment, that's why women can't stay away. So now you see it. Sigma males don't flirt like other men because they don't need to. They don't seek validation. They don't try too hard. They don't chase, beg, or perform. Instead, they use silence as a weapon, control their frame like a king, bring an energy of dangerous calm that keeps women on edge, in the best way. And that's why they always stand out. If you're a Sigma, or if you're on the path to becoming one, own it. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, this is just the beginning.